Hello, my name is Keeping It RR, and this is just a long video of me talking about artists that I watch slash artists that I follow, artists that I respect really in general. Which I'm gonna include music but not go deep in that. And the artists I'm gonna mention are animators slash comic slash webcomic drawers slash just artists in general. They write stories sometimes. I don't know. There's a lot of them, so I'm gonna start from the top, off the top of my head. Let me pull up my YouTube real quick so I can actually so I don't forget one or two. Um, 1 second, please. Technical difficulties. So off the top of the list, we have Furia Vision. Namer that I watch. Back when I used to watch a little bit of like emo stuff. This is one of the artists that came up, and I look like her stuff. She's been a great artist. She's not the best at English. Pretty sure she speaks Spanish. So I can't read it, but that's for your Vision. Then we have Alan Walker. You know him very well. I've talked about him a lot. I've made a couple videos. Anu slash someone fishy. Great animator slash artist. I've watched a lot of her videos, a lot of her streams. Seen all of her animations, I'm pretty sure, at this point. Love the work. I can't wait for this new OCAMV that's coming out. It's taken a while, but we'll see how good it is. hoping like Habits, it's worth it, but you never know until the end, okay? You never know. Let's go down the list. Cutie Clinkit. Now, Cutie Clinkit is an artist I found recently, as of like 2 months ago, I want to say. And I like his art. And when I found him, that was like about the same time that he started like actually drawing instead of just like talking about art in his videos. That's what I like about it. Because on his recent post, I was like, you should do more like drawing videos. And it's like, I'm trying to. Like, as of like a week ago, that's what I'm like trying to do now. Like, less talking, more drawing. And he is. Now he's not just talking about like whatever's going on in the art community. He's actually like drawing while talking about life, talking about how to draw. Like, it's basically a tutorial. Next up, we have DTPG Studios, a dubbing group that I follow. They make a lot of dubs for Evolution Squad stuff, a lot of famous comics online. If you just show them, they're probably going to do a dub eventually. They do more PG stuff, but there's a little bit adult. There's a little bit more PG-13 in there on occasions. Electronomia. I'm actually listening to one of these songs right now. Fun fact. A music group that makes electronic songs and made a group to like help people that make electronic songs slash music to grow. Respect them. I listened to like all of the songs they had, all their major releases over. Really all of them over the last 2 days, and I just try to listen to each one that I didn't hear before. Listen to the official full versions, and that was interesting. So yeah. Next up, Ken the Foxcat. Someone that I followed for a while. I followed her for about half a year now. I've known her for a while now. She makes art, her own unique OC, Ken the Foxcat, as the name implies. And she recently changed her channel name to Catherine L. Ghost Fox because she made an OC that she really loved, and then she's like, yeah, I just want to be Ken again. Then made another account and just called it Ken the Foxcat, as the original channel was. Then we got King Umbreon, a guy that I've been following for a while now. About what time he reached 100 subs, just before then, I followed him, and he's a good guy. He does AI art, and he credits it properly. I see that. He doesn't really have many socials, but as far as I've seen, he's pretty good. Lord Arch, an animator for Pokemon that does a bit more on the adult side, slash PG-13 stuff. There's a bit more blood and gore, and like a bit more lore and backstory to his stuff, but I like the Pokemon animations. They're coming along pretty well. It's interesting. Nico Sly, or in other words, EV0's old account. He's a great animator slash artist. Go look at his old stuff. Also, I'm going to try to put all these in the description, as I don't. But I will try. I will upload this, and then I will upload this, and the description will pop up with these in a while. Yeah, Nico Sly is EV0's old YouTube account. he made a lot of animations for Cat there, and then now he's doing Cat again. He's making the entire comic now. He kind of like Evolution Squad was more of like a in the middle kind of thing. He kind of had like Cat, and then he's like, oh, let's just do this, and then he kind of changed back. As far as I know, I mean, I'm still talking to him. He's a nice guy. He can only chat like twice a day though. He has a lot of things he has to do. He makes a lot of comic pages for Cat now. He's on like the 10th one. I've been following him for a while now. Next up, Scruffy Evie. Someone that I watch as of recently. She made SSEC and is now making SSED, which is basically just a better version of SSEC because SSEC she thought about it too logically, and she uses too much logic in it to the point where it's like the story and the plot line, like everything about it is just like thrown away basically. Like she had so many extra characters, that like fan characters, and that just turned into hell. And then she also just made the plot line absolute trash. Like no one understands. Like she thought. When I say she's thinking too logically about it, she is. Like she was making it, and it seemed like a joke comic. Like it was just like funny. It wasn't legit. Like there wasn't like an entire like world behind it. There was, and it ended terribly because a lot of the stuff that she had was like it went away from like what the rest of the plot was, and the main characters weren't even the main characters. They were side characters. And like I said, there were hundreds of like fan characters that she just didn't want to say no to, so they're just sitting in there doing nothing. And yeah, like her work came for SSED. It's gonna come out eventually. Eventually, I say, but I don't know when. Next up, we have someone fishy. I mentioned her. Love the animations. Can't wait for whatever's coming next. I know it's the Azure and Lucian thing. Can't wait to see what that is. Star Eevee. Sorry, Squared Media. Squared Media, you've made plenty of good Minecraft animations / Songs of War. I love Songs of War. That might be my favorite Minecraft thing I've ever seen on YouTube, I'll be honest. I was back in like 4th grade and I watched that. I was impressed. I was in awe. I loved it. It was also like 2 months after it came out, I'm pretty sure. So it was like kind of new to me. It was like, whoa, love it. And then recently I came back on it like about a year ago. I watched it and I was like, wow. This is good. I remember this for a while ago, but this is like better than I thought. And I watched it many times since then. And it still strikes me as amazing. I cannot wait for the new stuff that's coming out for it. There's like a whole new like series for it, whatnot. A lot of stuff going on. Next up, Star Eevee, like I already mentioned. She's made her own animation series so far. As far as I can tell, she's had to swap animating apps. She's had to do many things to change her stuff, but in the end she's somehow gotten through. Also, yes, I'm like multi-devicing right now. This is my entire list of just like people I follow. So yeah. And then I mean, I love her animations. I love her whatever's going on. I can't remember episodes. The new one hasn't been launched in a while, but it's gonna be a good one. It's been like 8 months now. Has it been? I don't know, but she's still going on it. It's still good. I was there back when the first one came out, like 2 weeks after it did. So, I've still been with you this entire time. I've been waiting for these upcoming ones. Some. The next person up is Some. He's a Pokemon animator that does mainly evolution stuff, but a little bit, some more of the more common Pokemon, like Masquerada, Flagato, which I can't remember any more off the top of my head. Luxray, done that once or twice. Zorora, Lucario, like a couple like that. He does a lot of animations like that. I like them. Also does a little bit of Animal Crossing, a little bit of Sonic World, basically just Tales. But yeah, I like the work. Can't wait to see more of it. Upload time kind of doubled, and I'm pretty sure there's someone on a different site that's copying your work. I'm not gonna mention the site, but talk to me on X if you're watching this and on there I will talk to you about it because I'm pretty sure there is someone copying your work and like either taking just pictures or reference photos of it, or that's you and I'm just dumb. I don't know. Next up, we got Tobias, a recent one as well. I started following this guy about a week ago, or 2 weeks ago maybe. I don't know. It's been a while. Not that long though. I started watching his art. I started watching his stuff on a stream that I found. I was like, wow, this actually looks kind of cool. and then I started chatting with the stream. It's like, oh wow, this is actually pretty good. It was a commission for another person. I'm not gonna pull it up right now, but yeah, they basically just he basically just makes a bunch of art. He had to get a new computer recently because his old computer corrupted the files, wouldn't upload right, and it was just, in general, you're gonna need to get a new computer within like the month, or the computer's just not gonna turn on eventually. Wuvu, they've dubbed so far they've dubbed and forgotten to dub the last few comics, or really they've only dubbed like the first like 5 pages of 5 chapters of what's it called again? Lucky Star Mystery Dungeon, I think is what it's called. So that's basically just a story about anthro Pokemon in a world, and Lucky the Umbreon is chosen because of his high stamina potential, and he's given picks one of the crew's best people, but worst teachers, and the instructor's trying to get picks to grow out of just like being the guy that gets rid of everybody bad and turning him into like actually what sergeant material would be, which is interesting. Next up, let us see. Kelly the Cheetah. Someone I followed for a while. She makes a lot of like small animations, Roblox animations, a little bit cringe, but in the end, they're good animations. It's her own OC, Kelly, and a couple others, a little bit, and it's kind of interesting. Next up, Abigail the Vaporeon. I'm not 100% sure if it's all her art, but I know most of it is. She makes art, and I followed her recently as well. She doesn't really post much, but posts on YouTube, so yeah, it's kind of sad. Sylphpack, and also another recent one. I followed her for about a month now. I've gotten to talk to her a little bit on Discord, and she lives in China, if you didn't know, and she basically just makes a bunch of like evolution animations and whatnot that are more of like a PG-13 audience, but I'm 15. I'm technically of age to watch this stuff, alright? Like, I'm not dumb. But yeah, she does that. Next up is Seop. I followed him for a while. He makes animations. I can't remember what it's called. I'm going to pull that one up as well. If I can read that. I can't. Basically, he makes animations on TF, whatever that is. I can't remember. But I used to like them a lot. I used to watch a lot of weird stuff on YouTube, including this. I mean, I still like it. It's interesting. There's a lot of backstory to it. And I like the old pixelation theme. That's something you don't see in many games nowadays. People prefer the better stuff, more high graphics, high-end stuff. So yeah. And then now I'm going to transition over to DeviantArt so I can get everyone else that I didn't get. Let's just scroll this real quick. Solar Soul, someone I followed as of a while ago. I'm be honest, to just begin before, just a little like backstory before I start reading all of these, because most of these are the same thing. I started watching these artists, or I started reading Evolution Squad by EV0 once. I found some dubs on YouTube and I was like, wow, these are good. I wish I could find the original comic. I did. I've read it like 5 times now. I've read it many times. I've read many fan comics. I've read a lot of it. And I love the artist. I've been chatting with him for, like I said, about 2 months, probably 3 at this point. Respect him. I actually like the cat comic that he's making. That was what he originally started, and Evolution Squad was more of like a side game. Basically more of like he made that as like I'm bored of cat for a moment, let me make this. And that became too popular, and I was known for that instead of cat as much, so it's kind of sad. But yeah, back to Solar Soul. He makes an evolution comic called Solar. It's about this family of Flareons that, I mean, they hold the power of their sun in their paws. Like, they can literally make blue fire, which is extremely rare. Basically impossible unless mastery of fire. It's more powerful than mastery, which, if you didn't know, mastery is when you master 3 of 4 aspects of your element. And at that, each section has many things you have to learn and master before you can move on. And you have to remember every single one and have them all trained. Mastery requires 3 of those segments out of the 4, which is very rare. And it's more powerful than even that. Even a type advantage, for crying out loud. That's how great it is. And in the end, Soul still wins, but when he uses the power of the sun, it damages part of his soul, which is not good. The comic's been interesting. I can't wait to see more of it. I walked in the middle of the story, so wait for each page to come out. It's kind of like Evie Zero's cat comic. Wait for that to come out. Next up, Shiny Cobra. I read that one recently, actually. Pretty sure it was last week. I started binge reading that. Just like every other Evolution Squad comic that I've read. I started reading this one and I was like, wow, this is good. And I was just browsing for something to read because I was like, I'm bored, I need something to do. And I found this is oh wow, this is a good story. Started reading deeper and it's like, wow, this first chapter is not the best, but it definitely pulls you in. And then everything past that is very interesting. Very, very you'd expect it to happen, but at the same time you wouldn't. Which I feel is really good for a story. Shiny Cobra, keep it up. Next up is Liminal Kitty. I haven't chatted with her hardly at all. She also lives in China, aka the other end of the world. So whenever it's 6:10 right now for me, it's 6 a.m. for her. So yeah, I'm about to eat dinner. She's about to wake up. So it's funny about that. Yeah, she made an evolution comic that's very interesting. It has a very, very different story, more futuristic to say the least, where the Pokemon are preparing for the humans attacking, and the main character is a Sylveon, and a little Eevee that he has the genes of an Eevee. He is an Eevee, but he's made of metal alloys at the same time, or his shell is impenetrable to some things. Essentially, he's an Eevee, but he basically got a upgrade. So yeah, that one just kind of started a while ago, not too long ago too. So I'm waiting for each new page of that as well. Next up, Sparky does art. He made. Let me try to find it real quick. Nope. Oh yeah, he's made a lot of little dumber evolution stuff, but it's also on YouTube. I'm surprised I haven't subscribed to him there yet. Yikes. I'll do that soon. Best I gotta pay attention to this. Yeah, Sparky does art. He does a lot of stuff like that. He does a little smaller evolution stuff, and more of Evolution Squad-ish based. It's interesting. I like it. Next up, we have Advanced Beyond. They've made pretty good art sometime, but they haven't really made any series or whatnot that they've devoted to. They more just draw to their heart's content, which that's gonna be me eventually. If I ever do draw, I'm probably not. And yeah, that's about it. They just do some basic drawings. Blue Shark. They also have an Evolution Squad comic that's very interesting, very captivating. It's kind of in the middle. It's still Special Chapter 1. Excuse me. Yes, it's good. It's a good story. It's definitely a bit different. They basically took a normal Evolution Squad and changed it up a little bit. So it's not there's less hate. Really, there's less emotion to it. There's more smoothness to it. So it's sometimes it kind of gets rid of the point of Evolution Squad and all the troubles that went into it / with it that were in it. Sorry, and that's what I kind of like about it. This one kind of took some of those away / dampened them, so it's a bit less. For example, normally Lazuli runs into Speed and he's oh come on, and then he gets beaten up every single episode too, and he has a healing factor, so he's just good all the time. He breaks a bone the next day, I'm running a marathon, guys. How that happened, I don't know. Yeah, he basically does that. In the original one, they hate each other, but in the end, they love each other. In this one, they're neutral, basically, for most of it. There's a slight bit on hate / confusion, but there's nothing serious. Next up, Evie Zero. Talked about him quite a bit. Made Evolution Squad. He's making Cat right now. Every page comes out on Saturday. Love it. Can't wait for every new episode. I'm still talking to him actively as of a while ago. It's great. I love his art, love his stuff. I can't wait for everything that he makes as well. Next up, we have EA Blueberry. He made Evolution Squad and then kind of quit after like the short story that it was. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't the best. He also now just makes like more like just art that he wants. I mean, nothing wrong with that, of course. But yeah, never mind. Actually, he didn't make an Evolution Squad. He more just made just a bunch of Eevee stuff, really, just Eevee drawings. But yeah, that's about that. Next up on the list, let me find it real quick. Scruffy Eevee, I already talked about her. Can't wait for every new page. Sorry, can't wait for SSED. It's gonna be fun when that comes out. Next up is Uni R. One of the first and one of the most popular people for his Evolution Squad knockoff. Nothing wrong with that though. Nothing wrong with the side comic or whatnot. He made it. It was pretty good. I liked it. And sub to it. I mean, granted, he's like I said, he's one of like the biggest ones that well known for his one. He's only on Special Chapter 3. It's a very different story, but nonetheless, it's kind of the same. Next up is Fluff Flake, another person who made another Evolution Squad comic. Said this is coming handy at the beginning. But he makes a lot of Eevee stuff now. I mean, the story was pretty good. I liked it. And can't believe it. It's crazy. And then next up and last on DeviantArt list is Andrew Eevee. Someone that's made Eevee Squad stuff, or just Eevee stuff, and a couple other like things that she likes. She hasn't been able to post much considering considering how much time she gets online, and I mean, I understand that entirely. I can't remember the exact words of the post, but she said like she can't do too much, and last time she posted that was August of 25, so it was like 8 months ago. So that was a while, but I mean, at least she still exists, of course. So that's good. And then, finally, that's about it, actually. That's about it for DeviantArt. Next up, we have X, where there's a couple unique ones. So let me just pull up my following list real quick. Brian, he makes art on YouTube. Subscribe to him. Pokebox, he made a lot of Eevee stuff like that. Alan Walker, of course. Q Clankit as well. Sorry, VP Chromata. Chromata makes YouTube videos. He's not an artist. Solar Draw. Solar. Next up, Adeko YMA. The creator of Lucky Star Mystery Dungeon. The cartoon that I actually really like. The one that I talked about earlier, the Woo Boo does, or dubs. It's a really good comic. I like it. It's very interesting. Skip back if you want to remember that. And that's about it for that. So I don't really. A lot of people on that are duplicates. So yeah. And that's about it, really. So thank you for watching. If you got this far, like, subscribe, comment, and I'm gonna try to put the links to the socials that I mentioned in here. That's gonna take 4 million years, but I'll get it done. I promise you that. And I hope you guys have a good day. Bye. I'm tired.